Hey Morph, are you sure about this? It looks incredibly dangerous.
Trust me, CJ. The audience will love it!
I know we should start trying new things on the channel, but this is pushing it a bit.
Pushing. I couldn't have put it better myself! Don't forget that trick I taught you!
Guts and Glory review for the PlayStation 4. Let's begin! The main aim of Guts and Glory is to race through checkpoints and reach the finish line whilst dodging many different deadly traps. It's not always that easy though, as the vehicle's handling is a bit strange, especially when you have another person coming along for the ride, as whatever way they sway does have an effect on your vehicle. Everything really is physics based, and although it makes for some hard to control moments, visually, it does look incredibly funny. You can do many different things with the vehicles. You can do tricks by spinning them in the air, you can boost for extra speed, you can slow down time, which is very helpful when timing your movement past a lot of the traps, and you can also eject, which is usually an instant fail on a level, but it is very tempting as it's just funny to see your driver get flung through the air. You don't have to worry too much about your progression through a stage if you do eject, as there is a lot of frequent checkpoints. This forgiving system makes most deaths funny to watch play out, rather than them becoming an annoyance. Sometimes when you respawn, your character instantly dies. This obviously can be annoying, but the respawn times are not usually too bad. The game includes many different vehicles, such as bicycles, an ATV, a motorbike, and even a jetpack and a hoverboard. On each track you can usually pick between at least a couple of vehicles to use, which does warrant some slight experimentation, as some are certainly better for completing certain stages. As you can see, the graphics really are not the best at all, and in places can be reminiscent of older console generations. But what the game does incredibly well is the damage system that is applied to both the vehicles and characters. All parts of the characters' bodies can and will get chopped off. Blood squirts from the cuts and it splatters all around the environment. If you don't like the blood, you can turn the gore off in the options menu. The tracks are set up in a sort of mini-series that tells stories for each character. The description for each one really doesn't take itself seriously, like the whole game, but the humour here did make me chuckle quite a few times, so they really are worth a read. The tracks themselves have an incredible amount of variety, and you never quite know what you will be doing next. It is by far the game's strongest point. Some stages have you being chased by police cars and trucks with massive saws on the side of them. Some have you navigating your way around a countryside at night time, and some have a similar setup to a Takeshi's Castle episode. Most of the time, there really is never a dull moment, but there are a couple of stages that are not really fun. Like the series of levels that involve the jetpack, these are more frustrating than fun thanks to how the jetpack handles, but the levels can be skipped if you really don't want to play them. As you complete tracks you unlock new hats. These are also physics based and can get knocked off your head. I did find that one hat actually spawned another person on the back of the ATV. There is no real reason for him being there, apart from it being a comical inclusion. The menu's presentation is not the best, but that could be said for most of the game, so I guess at least it's consistent throughout. It took me just over 5 hours to beat nearly every level. I still have a few left, but these are incredibly hard to beat, as they rely on precise movement, which turns the physics engine handling on the cars from being visually funny into a frustrating battle. On your first playthrough, you really don't care about getting the fastest time, but once the game is completed, you may want to take on the challenge of mastering each level, but this is my main issue with the game. It doesn't reward you for getting a fast time. Even the trophy list won't tempt you into doing them fast. In total, there are 18 trophies that can be achieved. There is 16 bronze and 2 silver. Most of the trophies are unlocked for completing certain levels, but don't think you can cheat and use the skip level feature, as the game will know that you have simply passed on it. There is also some for completing hidden Easter egg levels. The others shouldn't be too much of a problem to achieve. There is one for completing 10 tracks with 0 injuries, but some levels are quite easy to do this on. The developers do see the funny side of the game's glitches and embrace them, as there is a trophy for your character falling outside of the map. Overall, I am a little disappointed with the list, as I would have liked to have seen some trophies awarded for beating a certain time in a level. It really would have encouraged replayability. I have reviewed a lot of games now, and it was so refreshing to play a game that doesn't take itself too seriously, and one that just focuses on fun level layouts. If you're a gamer who must have good graphics in games, then you will not be pleased with this game at all. But if you can look past the outdated graphics, what you will find here is an experience that is slightly similar to the Goat Simulator series. The levels are presented in bite-sized chunks, so it really is a game that you can pop on for a quick laugh thanks to the physics engine. But it does actually also hold up for long play sessions thanks to how much variety there is in the levels. I really hadn't had this much silly fun in a game for a long time. If they brought out Guts and Glory 2 in the future, I really would love to do it all over again.
Don't forget that trick I taught you!
This isn't good! Stop! Did you see that, Morph? That was epic!
Yes, it was brilliant.
Beep t-shirts are now available. Check the link in the description of this video for more information. Although this may not be the best looking game, the physics engine and variety in the levels really did make this a very enjoyable experience. As always, if you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more PlayStation related content.